welcome back to my channel, or welcome to it if it is your first time here. I have been off of YouTube for a very long time, far too long, but I'm back. So hello all, how are you doing? So a couple things to address. One, I am in a new house. Brindley and I moved in with my brother and his girlfriend this summer. So we've been living with them, which brings me to number two. If you hear dogs barking in the background, those are their dogs, and they're very boisterous. So if you hear that, that is why. But anyways, I'm finally back today just to kind of chat with you guys a little bit and then also bring you my 2018 yearly favorites. It's the end of January, so I'm a little late on the train of this like yearly favorites deal, but I just wanted to give you guys a little rundown of all the products that I absolutely freaking loved in 2018. If you can get your hands on these, absolutely do so. I recommend 100%. So anyways, without further ado, and before I start chatting your ears off, let's go ahead and get started. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of go in the order of what I applied to my face first and kind of go from there, as I've done in previous favorites videos. So my first favorite is a foundation favorite. I wore this like literally all year. This is from Physicians. Wow, I've been off a long time. This is from Physicians Formula. This is the Healthy Foundation. I'm the shade LC1. Looks like this. This I like for a couple of reasons. One, it has a big doe foot applicator, which is really convenient. And it really just lives up to its name, the Healthy Foundation. I just feel like it makes my skin look like my skin, but better. I'm wearing this today. I wear it almost every single day to work. I wear it when I'm not at work, if I'm going out, whatever. This is what I always wear. This is like the third bottle of this that I've had, and I flippin' love it. And then along with that, I have been wearing this. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops. So these are like radiant oil drops, kind of. So they come like this, and they have the little dropper. So what I do is shake the crap out of this, first of all, because otherwise the glitter and everything like goes to the bottom. So what I do is I will like swipe this all over my face so that it's like all over, kind of spread out evenly. And then I'll take some drops of this and put like one drop here, 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 and here, and then use my beauty sponge to blend it in. And this adds such a pretty just luminosity to your skin, and I just think it's super gorgeous. My absolute favorite concealer of the year was by far the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Concealer. It's just the best. I think it's so good. It is like $5 or $6 at the drugstore, Walmart, Target, whatever. And it has this sponge tip applicator, which obviously mine is like disgustingly dirty, but you basically just twist it and some of it comes up in the sponge, and you can just put it where you want it. I use it underneath my eyes, and I always put a little bit on my chin, down my nose, center of my forehead, all the places that if you watch my videos, you've seen me do a million times. But I really love this. I love that it's inexpensive, and I love that it really does a good job of covering up my darkness under my eyes. Of course, you can still see like the indents of where I have bags under my eyes, but I am a mother of a toddler and I have 2 jobs, and it's just part of the deal. So I've really been loving this to cover up my bags. So after I lay that concealer down, my absolute #1 favorite product probably of all of these, like I cannot live without this. This is the NYX HD finishing powder, and I have mine in the banana shade. So as you can see, I have like majorly hit pan on this. I actually just restocked and got a new one when I was at Target last week. But this stuff is bomb. It's a super fine powder, and it has a little bit of a yellow tint, which is also really good for brightening your under eye, so I love it for that as well. So I will just take kind of a fluffier brush and set my under eyes as well as my lids with this, and then I'll also set places where I tend to get oily, like the center of my forehead, the sides of my nose, and the center of my chin. And it's great. I use it on my whole face. If I really need my makeup to last all day, I'll set my whole face with it. Or if I'm going for more of a dewy look like I do on a day-to-day basis, like I did today, for example, I just will set my under eyes in the center of my face with it, and I flippin' love it. Again, it's drugstore, super inexpensive, maybe $8 or $9 for this, I think, and I get it usually at Target, or you can get it online at Ulta. This will probably come as no surprise. Again, if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I use this bronzer to death. This is also from Physicians Formula. This is their Butter Bronzer, and this is just the shade Bronzer. I used to love their light bronzer, but I like this one because it's just a little bit warmer and a little bit deeper, obviously. I've also hit pan on this big time. I love this. It smells like a tropical vacation, and it's bomb. And along with that, I also have a brush favorite, which I probably should have washed these before I showed them on camera, but if you know me, you know I don't ever wash my brushes, which is disgusting and unsanitary, but you know, it's fine. This is like, you can't even barely see what this is, but this is the Morphe R2 brush. It's a nice big fluffy brush. I use this for bronzer every day. It just really diffuses the bronzer nice, and I like it a lot. I also like it to take bronzer down my neck because Lord knows I can never really match my foundation that great to my body. So mama needs some bronzer down the neck from time to time, but I really love this brush. Okay, next onto blush. Another one that is a non-shock to anyone that has watched any tutorials I've ever made. This is the Burt's Bees Blush in Toasted Cinnamon. Looks like this. Also, I'm sorry, I'm using the natural light because I don't have a very big room in this house, and I don't have room really to set up my box lights that I usually use. So hopefully I'll make that work somehow soon. But anyways, this is my favorite blush. I use it almost every single day. I didn't use it today, which I should have, but it's just a really nice kind of bronzy blush, and it's really good for any eye look that you ever do, or even if I'm not gonna wear any bronzer or anything, I'll just use this as kind of like a blush and bronzer and kind of just put it on my whole cheek along with my highlight, and I think it looks really nice, and it still looks like I'm more put together than I am because it does have that bronziness. So I flippin' love this. I buy it at Walmart. You can get it at Target also, less than 10 bucks. I have two favorite highlights because would this really be a video from me if I didn't mention more than one highlight? I mean, this is another non-shocker, I'm sure. This is the Anastasia Amrezy highlight, and it looks like this. Absolutely obsessed with this highlight. I think it's gorgeous. I wear it almost every single day. If I'm not wearing this, I'm wearing the one that I'm about to show you next. I just think it's gorgeous. It looks really gold in the pan, which kind of scared me at first because I am more pale, but it's just such a nice, I don't know if you can even see that. You can't really see that, but I just think it's so nice for a lot of skin tones. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about it. I just love it. I use it nonstop. And I don't know how, but I have not hit pan on this, and I have owned this for over a year and use it all the time. My other favorite highlight is the Becca highlight that Jaclyn Hill created, called Champagne Pop. Mine is dwindling. The Becca highlights are super soft in their formulation, so mine has broken a few times. Like, I didn't use it all the way down to the pan like that. There's just been some pieces that have like broken and I've had to like throw in the garbage or whatever. But this is the highlight that I have on today, and just for gigs I'm gonna put some more on because why not? It's so pretty. I don't know what it is about this formula, but it really just goes on like butter, and it's so pretty. Another favorite is this brush as well. This is my highlighting brush that I use every single day. This is the Morphe M510 brush. You can see that. It's a natural hair brush, so I just feel like it really does a good job of dispersing my highlight without making it look like I just have like a patch of highlight on my face. So I really like it for highlighting. Like I said, I use it literally every single day. Never fails me. Get you one of these. Okay, so that's pretty much the last step in my face. And another thing that I cannot live without is this Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I'm literally out of it, otherwise I would, okay, there's a hair in my eye. I'm literally out of this completely, like this is empty, so I can't really show you, but yeah, you can't. It's just like out of here. But this is an aerosol can, so the way that the mist comes out is so fine. Just like coats your whole face without like spitting in your face, if you know what I mean. Like, I really love my MAC setting spray, but by the time you get like this much in the bottle, it starts like camel spitting at you in the face. It's just ridiculous. The setup of the pump and stuff just does not work for me. So I have never repurchased this. I've never repurchased the MAC setting spray, but this one I absolutely will repurchase. I get this at Ulta, or you can get it on the Morphe website, obviously. I want to say it's like $15, which is a little bit more pricey, but this did last me like 3 or 4 months probably, and it's worth it just for the sprayer alone because it just coats your face so evenly and sets everything in place. I'm a huge believer in setting sprays. I think that they make all the difference because when you're putting powder and bronzer and blush and highlight and all of this powder and stuff on your face, setting it with a setting spray really just helps it melt into your skin, and I just think it makes a world of difference in how your makeup looks and wears throughout the day. So highly recommend this if you can get your hands on it. Now I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow palettes. I only have 2 to talk about today because I don't wear a ton of eyeshadow. Like today I'm not wearing any eyeshadow at all. But I did wanna mention these 2 palettes because I use them all the time. First one is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is just such a classic palette, I feel like. A lot of really neutral shades along with a couple pops of color, which I like. My absolute favorite is this shade right here, which is called Salted Caramel. So I go in with that shade in the crease all the time. I also love this shade or this shade for all over the lid if I'm doing like a gold or like a bronzy color. And then these are really nice shades as well to either highlight your brow bone or just to put all over your lid to set an eye primer or whatever. I just feel like this is such a usable eyeshadow palette and I really like it. Also comes in like this nice metal little dealie, and then it's magnetic shut, which is also really nice. This also travels really well. Not that I'm like this big traveler, but I went to Mexico in October with my family and this was the only eyeshadow palette I took, and I didn't come back with any broken shadows or anything at all. The other eyeshadow palette, which should be no surprise either because I'm obsessed with Jaclyn Hill, is her Vault Collection palette. This is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I was looking all over for the name. It's on like the top here, which I don't think you'll be able to see because it's a white palette, but it looks like this. So she came out with her big palette that you see me use. It's like a 35 pan or 40 pan palette with Morphe that she did a collaboration with them on, which I love that palette too. I just didn't feel like I needed to mention it because I've used it so much and talked about it and whatever. But she came out with 4 additional ones in her Vault collection, and this is the only one that I own just because it's the only one that I really felt like I needed because I didn't have colors like this in my collection already. So it looks like this, and again, I just, between my chocolate bar palette and this palette, I feel like there's, I mean, I shouldn't say there's no other palettes I need. I probably don't need any other palettes besides these 2. Obviously I have a lot more, but these are just like, these colors are just right up my alley. They're colors that I use all the time. Like if I use this palette a lot of times, I'll put this on my inner corner and my brow bone, this in my crease, and then a combination of these 2 in the outside to make it a little bit more smoky. But I also really just love the shimmers in this palette. Like they're so stinking pretty and so pigmented. And these Vault Collection palettes, I want to say are like $15 or so, I think, and you get 10 shadows. So yep, love that. I also just freaking love this army green color. Anything that's army green I'm obsessed with. Like if I see a shirt that's army green, I buy it. Like I just think it's so pretty. I don't know why, but that kind of got me. Okay, I only have like 3 more things to talk about and I've been filming for 15 minutes already. Another item that I am obsessed with, this is also from NYX. This is the Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. Comes in this little white container, and this is just a clear eyebrow gel that I use to set my brows. And the pencils that I use on my brows change all the time, so I don't really have one that I'm like crazy over. I have a few of them that I've tried this year that I've liked, but nothing that has like wowed my socks off. But I do really like this. I think that for the price, which like it's NYX, so it's less than $10 for sure. I want to say it's like 7 or 8. For the price, I just feel like you can't go wrong because I've used high-end eyebrow gels before and they work great too, but I just feel like for a clear eyebrow gel to just set my eyebrows, I don't need to spend that much money. And I found myself reordering this a few times and I don't know, I really like it. It seems to work really well, so I'm sticking with it. 2 more things and then I'm done. This is from ColourPop. This is their Super Shock Cheek Highlighter in On the Cusp. This is a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, who is another person that I'm absolutely obsessed with on YouTube. And it's a very, very reflective, like pearlized finish. And this I haven't worn on my cheeks a whole lot. These, if you've ever tried ColourPop, it's a very weird formula where it's like feels wet and creamy almost, but it kind of dries down to a powder. But I really love this for my inner corner and underneath my brow, which is what I have on today, if there's even any left that you can see. It is like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so I did work all day and then sat down to film, so this makeup is like 8 or 9 hours old. But I love to take this in my inner corner and underneath my brow bone just to add some brightness, and I think it's really good for that. And this is like $5 maybe, $6. The only thing about ColourPop is that you can pretty much only get their stuff online, except they are slowly like coming into Ulta, which is awesome. So either Ulta's website or ColourPop's website, but all their stuff is very affordable and in my opinion really, really worth the money. And the last thing I have to talk about is a mascara, which, like I said with the brow stuff, mascaras typically don't like wow my socks off. I used to really, really love the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara until I realized that it was irritating the crap out of my eyes, which is really sad because that's a phenomenal mascara. If you've ever tried it, it's super, super good. But this is from Maybelline, which is awesome because I literally picked it up at Walmart just on a whim, like, oh, I'll try that, and it's actually really good. So this is the Maybelline Snapscara mascara. So basically, their whole campaign behind this is that it's really easy to remove, but it still gives you nice volume and stuff. But I just feel like this gives me really good volume, and it really is easy to take off. It's kind of like, what do they call them? Tubing mascaras that basically just put like a tube on your lashes, and then when you kind of just rub them off and they come off in the little tubes. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this is kind of like a hybrid between a regular mascara and a tubing mascara. But I really like it. They have them in different colors too. Like I want to say they had like a blue, a maroon, like a purple or something maybe. I just got the black, but it also has a good brush. So it's kind of curved and it's a natural hair brush, which is like the only brush that I like in a mascara. I do not F with the pokey like rubber ones. No. So I've been liking this mascara a lot, and it's kind of cheating to say that this is my 2018 yearly favorite because I've only had this for like a month. But I really like it, and it takes a lot for a mascara to actually like wow me, so I thought it would be worth the mention. Okay, you guys, that's all that I have for you for today. I'm really excited to be back filming YouTube videos. I've really missed it, and I honestly don't really have an excuse for why I stopped filming. We moved and everything was busy, and then the school year started back up. So Brinley started her second year of preschool. I started my 4th year as a para at school. So all of that was kind of busy, and then like I said, I turned 25 in September. It was my golden birthday. Woo! And then we took a trip in October to Mexico. My whole family went to Mexico, which was amazing. So that was kind of busy, and then all of a sudden it was the holidays and now the new year. So I'm finally ready to kind of get back in the swing of things and start filming again. Hopefully the daylight will help me stay on schedule with that. But yeah, as I'm filming this, it's Monday the 28th, and we actually don't have school tomorrow, Tuesday, or the following day, Wednesday, because it's gonna be so stinking cold here in Minnesota. So hopefully I can get some more videos filmed for you guys and get them up. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just feeling like really inspired to get back in the swing of things. So thank you for watching. Of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.